Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Ya Rabbi lakal hamdu kama yanbawi li jalali wajhika wa azimi sultanik. Allahumma rabbana lakal hamdu bima khalaqtana wa razaqtana wa hadaytana wa farrajta anna. Allahumma lakal hamdu bil iman wa lakal hamdu bil islam wa lakal hamdu bil Quran. Amma ba'd, fa'a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi zidna ilma. Allahumma fakkihna fid din. Allahumma inna nas'aluka ilman nafi'an wa amalan mutaqabbalan wa rizqan tayyiba. Allahumma thabbitna indal mauti bila ilaha illallah. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad. So lesson number 11, and by the reason of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are going to continue special with the Mudaf ilayhi fragment. We are going to learn special Mudaf today and another small topic which is called Asmaul Khamsa. So inshallah, these two topics we are going to cover today. So Idafa, just a little review, that Idafa is a ism and ism fragment, right? So two isms are together, and first ism is called Mudaf, second ism is called Mudaf ilayhi, and both have their own condition. Mudaf need to be two things. First of all, Mudaf need to be light. Secondly, Mudaf cannot have al. So these are the two conditions for any ism to be Mudaf. And then right after this Mudaf, we are going to see another ism. And if this ism is jar in status, then it is Mudaf ilayhi. So this is the only condition for Mudaf ilayhi, that it need to be jar, that's all. And when these two isms are meeting together, we get Idafa fragment, and we have the word of in between, right? So it is always shows possession. The example, we can see that Imamul Masjidi. So Imamu, I see that Imam is light, it's not Imamun, right? It has U sound, just one single Dhamma. And then right after Imamu, what do I see? Al-Masjidi, right? So this Al-Masjidi is telling me that this ism is jar in status, right? So that is my perfect Mudaf and Mudaf ilayhi. And how I'm going to translate Imam of the Masjid, right? Imam of the Masjid. And why I am saying the Masjid? Because this is Al Masjid over here, right? And we also learned last class that since our Mudaf cannot have Al, right? And we know that Ism has 4 properties, right? So if Ism has 4 properties and the last property of Ism is type, right? And type is very easy. If we see like tanween, then this word is common, right? So if I see Imamun, so Imamun is telling me that this is common because of tanween. And if I say Al-Imamu, now I put Al on Imam, so now this is proper, right? This is how we make anything, any ism proper or common in Arabic. But when it is Idafa fragment, we know that Mudaf cannot have Al, right? So that does not mean that we cannot have our Mudaf as a proper. Rather, when this is that happen when we see in the translation the proper word, right? Like we see over here, the masjid. So we should know that yes, this imam is going to be proper over here. How? Because the mudaf ilayhi is proper. So basically, the type of mudaf is going to be looked at by the type of mudaf ilayhi. So if mudaf ilayhi, someone's mic is on, please mute the mic. So Imamul Masjidi, Imam of the Masjid, right? So we need to remember that mudaf ilayhi's type is going to be taken as the type of mudaf. So Idafa, basically, there are 3 ways to make Idafa fragment. There are 2 ways to make Idafa fragment. Last class we learned that the very first one, the one that has in the translation, right? We make first is some light and second is some jar, and this is how we are going to create Idafa fragment. So this is one way. The second way is, and Alhamdulillah, we did that in our previous classes unknowingly, that basically when we have ism, so Baitu is ism, right? So when I have any ism, and with this ism I attach a attached pronoun with it, then basically what I'm doing, I am creating an Idafa fragment. So basically ism plus attached pronoun together, they create Idafa fragment, and this is another way to create Idafa. And the translation Baytuhu, right? So Baytuhu means his house, and that is showing possession. And if we want to create we can say house of his, right? So we can switch it around and we can see that yes, it has the word of in between. So these 2 ways, I think the second way, the attached pronoun, we are familiar with that. And I think we discussed that last class as well. And today we are going to see another way, which is the third way. It is called special mudaf. There are some ism in Arabic that they always come as a mudaf. So there are some ism in Arabic, they always come as mudaf. So tahta is one of that special mudaf. And basically these special mudaf, we are calling them special. Why? First of all, they always come as mudaf, and after them we are expecting mudaf ilayhi. But they are not going to have the translation of in between. Tahtal ardi mean underneath the earth. Tahta mean under, right? So underneath the earth. But we don't see the word of in between, right? But still this is mudaf, mudaf ilayhi. So tahta is mudaf, special mudaf we can say, and al-ardi is mudaf ilayhi. So inshallah we will see that in today's class. So again, there are 3 ways to create Idafa fragment. Very first one is that we need to go through a few steps, right? We need to make our mudaf light, no al, and mudaf ilayhi, jar in status, and then we have our Idafa fragment. This is one way. Second way is that we can have any ism, like we did Rabbu, all these 14 pronoun, attached pronoun with the word Rab and many other isms, right? So Rabbuhu, Rabbuhuma, Rabbuhum. What we were doing there, his Rab, both of their Rab, right? And their Rab. So basically we are creating Idafa fragments. So these are Idafa fragments. So Baitu is, we can see that Baitu is light. It's not Baitun, right? And it does not have al. So it qualify for our mudaf. So Baitu would be mudaf, and this attached pronoun we did, I mentioned that many times, that whenever we have ism with attached pronoun, we always have idafa fragment. That was, I think, last class I mentioned. So baytuhu is the idafa fragment. Then we just saw tahta al-ardi, right? So tahta is special mudaf, which is always going to be play the role of mudaf, and after that we are going to find ism jarin status, and that will create idafa fragment. And remember that we learned that there is no word for articles in Arabic, right? We don't have any and the words in Arabic. So tanween, when we have tanween, that give us the meaning of and an, right? And if we want to say da, then we need to put al on the ism, and this is how we can make it proper, right? So now remember that there is not any word in Arabic. We don't have word for and we are creating it. How we are creating it? We are making first ism light and removing any al if it has, and we take second ism and we make it jar, right? So this is how we are creating the word of in between them. Okay, so now let's practice our Idafa fragment a bit. So Imamul Masjidi, the Imam of the Masjid, right? Or Imam of the Masjid, both ways. You can put the over here, or you can put the Imam of Masjid, or whatever way you can say it. Then we have Rasulullahi, right? The Rasul of Allah. Baytullahi, the house of Allah. Kitabullahi, the book of Allah, right? So these are all the example of how we are creating of in between. Then Baytuhu, Rabbuhu, Kitabuhu, Qalamuhu, right? All these words. We are just taking ism and we are adding attached pronoun to it, and this is how another way we can create idafa fragment. And then tahtalardi, and these are the a special mudaf over here. So we have qabla mean before, right? And after the opposite of qabla should be ba'da, after, right? Then we have fawqa mean above, and tahta is below, right? Even then we have amama, right? Amama mean in front of something, and then khalfa is behind something, and another word for behind is wara'a. We see that in Quran Pak. Then quddama mean right in front of. Hawla mean around, in the surrounding. Ma'a, when someone is with you. Ma'a, right? And then inda we see in Quran Pak a lot, right? Inda mean right beside. So beside, inda Allahi. So the believer have a special reward inda Allahi, near Allah, with Allah, right? All these words. Then we have baina mean between. Something is in between. So you guys should notice that what's going on. Basically, all these special mudaf are giving us the time or place of something, right? So qabla is telling us time, right? And bada, time. And then fawqa is giving us direction, right? Something is above, or tahta. So basically, all these special mudaf are referring to time and place of something. Time and place of something. And that's why in Arabic, there is a term for them, and that is called zarf. zarf with zo, zo. So zarf mean something that is referring to time and place. And in English, we call them adverbs, time and place, right? So they are basically they are adverb. When we were learning the definition of ism, right? So we were saying more. So this adverb, we can see that this is more. So alhamdulillah, we are familiar how to attach pronoun with ism, right? So for example, if I say Kitabu Zaidin, right? So book of Zaid. And now I want to say his book, right? I want to use a pronoun because we don't use name all the time, right? So we need a pronoun. So Kitabu, who, Zaid is one person, right? So I'm going to use attached pronoun Kitabu, who. Then for two people, I can use Kitabu, huma, Kitabu, hum, Kitabu, ha, her book. So this is a lady here. Kitabu, huma, so both ladies. Kitabu, hunna, all these ladies' book. Kitabu, ka is anta. Kitabu ka, kitabu kuma, kitabu kum. Then kitabu ki is lady, right? Kitabu kuma, kitabu kunna. Kitabi, my book, and kitabuna, our book. Right? So these are all example of Idafa fragment. Okay, now let's do some practice over here. So you can raise the hand and you will be unmuted. So Baytu Zaidin. So Baytu Zaidin, is that a good example of Idafa fragment? Yes, because we see that Baytu is light, right? No al. So it qualifies for Mudaf, right? And then Zaidin is jar in status. So this is perfect Idafa fragment. Baytu Zaidin. How we translate?
Baytuhu.
How do we translate Baytu Zaidin first?
Zaid's house.
House of Zaid.
House of Zaid, okay. And how we are going to, what pronoun we are going to give Zaid?
Who.
Baytuhu. And how we're gonna translate then?
His house.
His house. Good. Okay, now second one. Sayyaratu Fatimata. Is that a good Idafa fragment here?
Yes.
But it is Fatimata.
Partly flexible.
Fatimata is partly flexible.
Good, very good. So that is basically jar in status. Okay, so now what pronoun we are going to give it?
Ha.
Sayya, say the whole thing.
Sayyaratuha.
Sayyaratuha. Sayyaratuha. And what would be the translation?
Her car.
Her car. Very good. Okay, Babul Masjidi.
The door of the masjid.
Yes.
So now put the attached pronoun.
Babuhu.
Very good, Babuhu. And how are we gonna translate?
Its door.
Its door. Very good. Its door. Okay, then Babul Madrasati.
The door of the school. The door of the school.
Babuha. Very good, because this is madrasa, right? So we need to put ha with it. Babu ha. Very good. Okay, Kitabu Hamidin wa Mahmudin.
Kitabuhum.
Huma.
Two people, right? Two people. So we need huma over here. Now, what you guys are noticing over here? Kitabu. What is the label for Kitabu?
Book.
Yeah, label.
Mudaf. Mudaf.
Okay, this is Mudaf. What is Hamidin?
Mudaf ilayhi.
Mudaf ilayhi. What is Mahmudin?
Mudaf ilayhi.
Mudaf ilayhi. So what do you guys noticing that one Mudaf can have multiple Mudaf ilayhi?
Mudaf ilayhi.
Okay, so one Mudaf can have multiple Mudaf ilayhi. How? When we have waw in between. Okay, so we need to be aware of that. Okay, then we have Qalamu, Zainaba, wa Maryama.
Kalamuhuma.
Very good. Kalamu, Huma.
Huma.
Okay, very good. Then we have Baitul Muslimina.
Baitul.
Baituhum. Baituhum.
Baituhum. Very good, because this is Muslimina, plural, right? So Baituhum. Okay, Madrasatul Banati.
Madrasatuhunna. Madrasatuhunna.
Very good, very good, very good, beautiful. So that should be Hunna. Beautiful. Okay, Ayatullahi.
Ayatuhu.
Very good. Ayatuhu. Tilawatul ayati.
Tilawatuhunna.
Ha.
No, ayati.
Hunna.
Ayati. So this is plural.
Tilawatuhunna.
Tilawatuhunna. Tilawatuhunna. Very good. Okay, Abwabul masajidi.
Abwabuhum.
Very good. And what do you guys notice over here? Abwabul masajidi.
Proper. Masajid is proper.
Masajid
Is proper.
Broken plural.
Yes.
Broken plural.
Very good. It is broken plural. And this pattern is partly flexible. But
because of all it became jar.
yes, because of we have al over here, that's why now it is fully flexible.
Okay.
Okay, because of al, now it is fully flexible. Otherwise, it cannot take e sound. It can take masajidu and masajida, not masajidi. But as soon as we put al, then it is al masajidi, right? Yeah, so abwabul al masajidi. And what pronoun we are going to attach to it?
Abwabuhum.
Very good, abwabu hum.
But broken plural are treated as feminine.
Yes. Yeah, so we can say abwabul hunna, we can say that.
Ha.
Yes, hunna and ha, both we can use. So abwabu ha,
Ha. Okay. Hunna. Ha.
abwabu ha, we can use that, or hunna we can use too.
Okay.
But I think ha is because with the ayat in Quran Pak, we see that ha is used for them, right? So ha is a good choice. So abwabu ha. Why we are having ha over here?
Because
Because
masajid is a
broken plural. Okay, everyone. Masajid is broken plural, and inshallah we didn't learn that yet, right? We are still gender, we need to learn, right? So that's why I was not going to say a lot about it, but inshallah soon that will make sense. So for now we can just see that this is broken plural, and broken plural can be treated as singular feminine. Okay, so as singular feminine, that's why we are going to give it ha pronoun. Abwabu ha. Okay, then we have mafatihul abwabi. Same
Mafatihuhum.
Abwab is again broken plural.
Same idea. Abwab is broken plural over here, right? So mafati huha. Mafati huha. So again we are going to attach ha pronoun with it. Okay, then we have number 9, Baitu Hamidin wa Zainaba wa Maryama. So again, same idea we are saying that we have one mudaf, right? And then we have multiple mudaf ilayhi. Hamidin is one, Zainaba is the second one, and the Maryama is the third one. But why we have Zainaba over here and Maryama?
Partly flexible.
Partly
It's
Partly
a partly
flexible, right? So
flexible.
that's why it's
Feminine.
not taking E
Feminine.
sound.
Mhm.
Perfect. Okay, then we have Amalu Rijali wan Nisa'i. So
So what pronoun will put there in 9?
Home.
sorry.
Excuse me, what pronoun will put in 9? You have
Oh,
feminine and masculine both.
yeah. So just Baitu
Home.
whom, yes, because whom have feminine
Plural.
and masculine both in it, right?
Inclusive. acha. Inclusive.
So whom is a good choice over here. Baitu whom.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 11. Amalu Rijali wan Nisa'i.
أعمالهم.
Again,
Amalu.
Amalu.
Again, Amalu whom.
Home.
Okay. So whom is a good choice here. Then we have Khaza'inus samawati wal ardi.
Masai who.
In
هن
Huma.
both are feminine. no?
Huma.
Samavati and Aldi both are feminine.
They're both of feminine.
هما.
Huma.
Huma would be used. Khaza'inus samawati wal ardi. So
yeah, two.
it is referring to both. So Huma is a good choice here. Okay, now moving on. So we need to remember this special mudaf. The Arabic term is zarf. And when we say zarf, so zarf is basically that refers to time and place of something, right? And then we have, we already saw these qabla, bada, fawqa, tahta, right? Then there are a few more, and we can see them over here, which is kulla. What is kulla mean? What is kulla mean? Kulla mean each, all,
Each, all.
every, whole, right?
Every, yeah.
And then we have ladun, which we didn't see in the previous list, right? So ladun mean especially from, and ayyu or ayya, right? Bada, duna. No, duna is basically is giving you the space, right? So basically kulla is not giving us any time and space, right? And what else? Even ghayra, right? So ghayra, ayyu. So there are few isms which does not give us time and space. So then we do not call them zarf.
Can you at least
right?
lower that down?
Sorry. So they are not going to be called zarf. So zarf we are going to call only ism that are referring to time and space. Okay, so we need to remember that. But they are in the category of special mudaf because kulla is always come as a mudaf. Ghaira is always going to come as a mudaf. Ladun is going to be come as a mudaf. So it says over here. So this is the list. We know that all this list is basically referring to time and space. So we can call them zarf. But some over here like bada, mislu, or ayyu, or nafsu, or kullu, or ghayru. So they also come as a mudaf, but they do not denote time and space, right? So then in Arabic term, zarf is not going to be used for them, but we can label them that yes, kulla is mudaf. For example, we say kullu nafsin, right? So kullu nafsin, kullu in that situation is mudaf and nafsin is mudaf ilayhi. So that is going to happen. And then what is the so the word above remain mansub. So you see that we have baina, hawla, inda, ma'a. So basically they look like they are all mansoob, right? So they are going to stay mansoob unless there is harfu jar before them. Okay, so when harfu jar, then we're gonna see that they can change their status. So the Arabic term for these special mudaf is zarf, and note that ladun is always preceded by min. So ladun, where is ladun? We have lada over here. So this ladun over here, min ladun. So basically this ladun is always going to come with min. And together they are going to create, they are going to be mudaf. Okay, so we are not going to say them jar majroor, rather together they are going to get the label of mudaf. And then we are going to have a mudaf ilayhi after them. Okay, so that is important over here. And then the above special mudaf do not donate time and space, and they can appear in any status. Okay, so this badun mislu, they can come in any status. Example is it can be ghayru, ghayra or ghayri, ayyu, ayya or ayyi, badu, bada or badi, right? So they can have all three status over here. Okay, so now how we are going to remember all these concepts, right? So there is effort of Ustad Asif, my beloved teacher. He created a little poem or song, whatever you're gonna call it, to make us remember that when the attached pronoun attached to different ism or different things, harf or anything, then what label or i'rab it will get, and how we are going to remember it. So his song goes like that. When the pronoun joins a noun, we get mudaf, mudaf ilayhi. So very important concept we are learning over here, that when the pronoun, so what is pronoun over here? Rabbu, who, right? This who is a pronoun over here. So whenever we have the pronoun joins a noun, joins any ism, what do we get? Mudaf and mudaf ilayhi. And the example is Rabbu, who, his Rabb, right? So we have ism, we have attached pronoun, and we are getting Idafa fragment. So when the pronoun joins a noun, we get mudaf, mudaf ilayhi. And then when the pronoun joins preposition, what is preposition? All these harfu jar, right? So harfu jar, we can call them in English as preposition. So when the pronoun joins preposition, we get jarun wa majrurun, jar majrur fragment, right? Example is fi, he. Fi is harfu jar, and this he is a majrur over here. So harfu jar and attached pronoun, we get jar majrur fragment, right? So when the pronoun joins preposition, we get jarun wa majrurun, right? Then the third one is when the pronoun joins a zarf. So what is zarf again? Something that denotes time and a place, right? So all these tahta, fawqa, ba'da, qabla. So when the pronoun joins a zarf, we get zarf and mudaf ilayhi, right? The example is tahtahu. So tahta is our special mudaf, zarf over here. So we're gonna label it zarf, right? Or we can say mudaf, and then this who is mudaf ilayhi over here, right? So let's sing that song. When the pronoun joins a noun, we get mudaf, mudaf ilayhi. When the pronoun joins preposition, we get jarun wa majrurun. When the pronoun joins a zarf, we get zarf and mudaf ilayhi. Okay, anyone want to sing that song? Sarish, are you ready?
Give me 1 second after one person.
Okay. Anyone else?
I can try.
Okay, go ahead.
When a pronoun joins a noun, we get mudaf, mudaf ilayhi. When a pronoun joins a preposition, we get jarun wa majrurun. And when a pronoun joins a zarf, we get zarf and mudaf ilayhi.
Perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, Sarish, your turn now.
When the pronoun joins a noun, we get mudaf ilayhi. When the pronoun joins a noun,
Preposition. Okay, sorry. Okay, go ahead.
when the pronoun joins a noun, we get mudaf ilayhi.
When the pronoun joins preposition.
When the pronoun joins the preposition, we get jarun wa majrur. When the pronoun joins preposition, we get jarun wa majrur. When the pronoun joins a zarf, we get zarf and mudaf ilayhi. When the pronoun joins a zarf, we get zarf and mudaf ilayhi.
Good job. Perfect. Love it. Anyone else wanna give a try? No, I heard some gentleman in our class. Who was that?
I heard someone singing with you before.
Okay. Anyway, let's move on. So let's do some practice over here. So what we are going to do here, we are going to determine what type of fragment it is and then translate and use the following key. So we have number one is, A is jar majroor, B is harfu nasab or ismuha, C is idafa, D is mawsuf sifa, which we did not learn, so we are not going to worry about that, and this one. So we have the three fragment we know. So let's see that if we find the fragment that we already learned. So wal kitabil hakim. So do we see any fragment that we learned?
Yes, it's
Which one?
number A.
Yeah. Okay.
Jar
How it
majroor.
is?
Jar
How?
majroor.
Because of wow.
And
Wal kitabi.
yes, kitabi is basically jar. Otherwise, this wow can be something else, right?
Right.
So just when we see wow, we cannot just say that yes, this is jar majroor fragment. Rather, we need to check the other ism, right? So
Right.
if it is jar in status, then yes, it is our jar majroor fragment. Very good. And how we are going to translate that? Wal kitabil hakim.
I swear by the wise book.
Okay, where is the I coming from? Any idea? So basically, even though our eyes are not able to see where is this I coming from, but this is understood. Okay, so basically, the fail, I swear, is kind of hidden over here. right? So that's why we are saying I swear by. So wal kitabil mubin, I swear by the wise book. Okay, number 2, abwaba.
I have a
jahannama.
question.
Yes.
And this is Wal Kitabi. Will it be Naat and Hakim can be Naat and Manut?
Yes, exactly. But we
Mhm.
didn't learn it yet, right? So that's why I'm not
Yes.
explaining.
Okay.
Yeah, but it is Mosuf Sifa fragment. Okay, then we have number 2, abwaba jahannama.
Mudaf, Mudaf ilayhi.
Okay,
Idafa.
Idafa fragment, very good. And how do we know that? I see
The first
abwa
is light.
is the light, and then jahannama, it's not jahannami.
Jahannama is partly flexible.
Exactly, very good. And how we are going to translate?
The doors of
The
the
doors of the Jahannam.
Doors of Jahannam, very good. Okay, then number 3, zurriyatan du'afa'u. What do you guys think? Zurriyatun du'afa'u.
This is not a Dafa, not
No,
Jar.
it's heavy.
it doesn't come in any of the
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, there is no harfu jar or no harfu isam, right? So that's why it's not that these two fragment. And then if we are looking at idafa fragment, this is not light. It is zurriyatun, right? And then it is du'afa'u. Du'afa'u is basically again broken plural, right? So it is not going to take kasra. It is du'afa'u and du'afa'a, not du'afa'i, right? But this is a this is giving out basically that zurriyatun is heavy over here, so it cannot be our mudaf. Number 4, and how we are going to translate? Zurriyatun mean children, right? And
offspring.
du'afa'u mean weak. So weak children.
Okay.
Okay, then we have min makanin qaribin.
Harfu jar.
Very good. So min is harfu jar, and
And
then we have
Makanan.
makanin
Ism majroor.
is isam majroor. Very good. So this is isam majroor. Then we have, and how we gonna translate that?
From a place
From
close
the-
by.
Yeah, so makanin qaribin, that is fragment, inshallah we are soon going to learn. So from the close place, from a close place. Okay, then kalimatun tayyibatun.
Nothing. Neither of the
No,
three.
it's heavy.
Okay, so yeah, we didn't learn that fragment yet, and it cannot be idafa. Why not? Because this is heavy,
Heavy.
right? Okay, and there is no harfu jar or harfu isam, so and these two fragments are out as well. Then we have bilisanin arabiyyin mubinin.
Dar
Harfu
majroor.
jar.
B is a
So-
harf and lisan.
Exactly. By zarfu jar, lisanin is isam majroor, so this is our jar majroor fragment. And then arabiyyin mubinin is something else. And how we are going to translate? Lisan is language. So in the clear Arabic language. So basically Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about Quran that I have revealed it in a clear Arabic language. Okay, then we have bibadil kitabi.
B is
But-
a harf jar
Very good.
and ba'di is a ism majrur.
And
Also
Ba'd.
Idafa
So
fragment.
But
Idafa fragment.
It's an idafa fragment.
yeah, so badi is special mudaf
Special
over
mudaf.
here. Special mudaf, and then
is
kitabi
mudaf
is
ilayhi.
mudaf
Jar.
ilayhi over here, right? So basically two fragments side by side.
E, A and C.
Yes. So your jar majroor and idafa fragment both are going side by side over here. Okay, then we have number 8, ashidda'u alal kuffari. So ashidda'u, we know this word shadid, right? Something is very intense. So Ashiddau alal kufari, basically Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is describing or telling believers that believers are very shadeed, very intense over kuffar. So they are very good, they are very polite with the believers, but when come to kuffar, who are very like a stanch enemy of Islam, then these believers are very tough on them, right? So Ashiddau alal kufari.
Halal
So
kufari is jar majroor.
exactly. So Allah is our harfu jar and kufari is ism majroor
Ism
over here.
majroor.
Very good. Then we have baina yadayya.
Idafa, special mudaf.
Idafa fragment. Baina is special mudaf and yadayya. What is yadayya?
Hand.
My
So that-
hands.
How many hand are mentioned here?
Mine.
One or two?
Two.
How do we know?
Yadai is hands.
So basically I wrote over here. So look here. So yadun, yadan and yadin. So this is singular, right? Then come dual. What would be the dual? It is going to take ani any combination. So that will become yadani, yadaini, right? And now yadaini, what kind of relation? Is that one word or more than one?
it's two words.
It also has an attached pronoun with it.
Exactly. So what does that make it?
Make it
Dafa.
Idafa.
Isam, yes, isam plus attached pronoun, always idafa.
Yeah.
So basically the chain of idafa is going over here. We have special mudaf, mudaf ilayhi, then again mudaf, mudaf ilayhi. So chain of idafa is happening over here. So basically that was yadani and then yadaini, right? So yadaini, how we make it light?
By removing
By
ni,
removing this noon.
Nun.
So now what do we have?
yadai,
Yadai, and then you attach ya mutakallim with it.
Yadai.
Now what do we have?
yadaya.
Yadaya. So this is how we got, this is yadaya. And this is chain of idafa going on over here, right? Between my two hands. Between my two hands. Okay, then we have fi suduri qawmim mu'minin.
Fi suduri is jar majroor.
Jar majroor.
Very good. So fi is harfu jar, suduri is ism majroor, and then qawmin mu'minin is something else. Oh no. What is suduri and qawmin's relation?
Mudafa.
Not mudafa.
Sorry, idafa. Mudaf ilay.
Mudaf and Mudaf.
Yes. Okay. So suduri is light and qawmin is jar. So
Jar.
that is perfect idafa fragment, right? So again, two fragments are going on, jar majroor and idafa fragment. In the sudur, in the chest of believing people or believing nation. Okay, so this is basically, we are going to translate that. Okay, moving on. Okay. So now another small concept over here, and we will see in Quran Pak happening like a lot. So that's why we need to be aware of it. So basically, there are 5 special ism that commonly appear as mudaf. And they are special in that when they appear as mudaf, they do not show their status through ending sound. So what is the ending sound? What is ending sound?
Un, an, in.
Un, an,
Yes,
in.
on, an, and in. So these special Asmaul Khamsa that we are going to learn today, they are not going to show us ending sound when they are playing the role of mudaf. Otherwise, they are going to show us. But when they are going to play the role of mudaf, then they are not going to show their ending sound. Okay, so basically, and they are 5 of them, not many, only 5 of them. And what are they? Abun, Akhun, Hamun, Famun, and Zu. So Abun mean father, Akhun mean brother, Hamun mean father-in-law, and Famun mean mouth, and Zu. So these are 5 specialisms. So they have ending sound. We can see that we have Abun, Aban, Abin, right? And then same gonna be Akhun, Akhan, and Akhin. So they are going to be having ending sound, but when it says non-mudaf, right? So when they are non-mudaf, they are going to have ending sound. But as soon as they become mudaf, then their ending sound is not going to be giving us that this is rafa, nasab, or jar. Rather, something else is going to tell us that this is rafa, nasab, or jar. And what are they? They when they are going to be mudaf and they wanna be in rafa status, so they are going to end with waw, not with dhamma, rather with waw. Okay, and when they are going to play the role of mudaf and they are nasab in status, then how we are going to know that they are nasab? They are going to end on not fatha, rather alif. And we know that waw is friendly with the dhamma, right? And alif is friendly with who? With fatha, right? And e kasra sound is friendly with who?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So basically, they are not going to have ending sound u, a, or e. Rather, they are going to have this waw, alif, and ya, basically. And that is going to tell us that this is rafa, nasab, or jar. For example, I have the word abu, right? For example, over here, if I say abun, it is giving me ending sound because this is non-mudaf right now. Now I say sentence could be haza abun, he is a father, right? But I wanna say his father. So as soon as this abu is becoming mudaf, now its rafa status is not ending sound, rather it is waw. It will be abu hu. Okay, I cannot write like that. Abu hu. That would be wrong. Or I can attach with it abu hu. That would be wrong. I need to have this waw over here, abu hu. Okay, and then if I want in nasab, how it gonna look like? In regular, it gonna be inna aban karimun. Indeed, aban, a father, is noble. The fathers are noble, right? Basically, I'm trying to say over here. But now if I wanna say abba who, I want to make this abba as a mudaf, then I need to, instead of fatha, I need to bring alif over here, abahu. And now haza min abin. This is from my father. I'm giving something to someone and saying that this is from my father, from our father, right? From our father over here, abin. But if I say his father, I want to make it mudaf, then this jar status is going to be shown by abihi, I should say. Okay. And same with all these abu, aku, hamu, fu, zu. Then these are all rafa. Now if I want to make this nasab, so aku, akha, akhi, hamu, hama, hami, fu, fa, fi, zu, za, zi. So these are their endings. Huwa abuhu. He is his father. Huwa abuhu. So see, abuhu. This is how do I know what status is this abuhu over here? What status is this abuhu? Rafa. Because
Rafa.
of I see this waw here, right? So this is a Dafa fragment, and this abu is Rafa in status. And when I say inna abana shaykhun kabirun, our father is an old man. So
Nasab.
abana, what status is abana here?
Nasab. Nasab.
Nasab. How do I know?
Alif.
Salif is telling me that this is nasab in status.
Nasab.
Ana fi baiti abina. I am in our father's place.
Jar.
So abina, right? And then abiyi, in my father. If I can put ya mutakallim with it too, right? Abiyi, it will be abina or abiyi. Okay, so I'm hoping that it is making sense. And now something about this zoo. It does not have non-mudaf because it never come as a non-mudaf. It is always mudaf.
Mudaf.
So zu, za, zi, whenever we see in Quran Pak, we should know that they are always playing the role of mudaf. They are never non-mudaf. Okay, so let's see just a quick practice. So wallahu zul fadlil azim. Allah is Zumin, the possessor or keeper of Fadal and Azim mean great. So now Zu, what status is Zu over here?
Rafa.
Rafa, and this is our Mudaf, right? And Fadli is Mudaf. Okay, then Madiyana akhahum Shuaiba.
Akhahum nasab.
Akhahum,
Nasab.
yes, very good. Akha is nasab, and akha is our mudaf, and whom is mudaf ilayh. Right? So Madian akhahum, their brother Shuaib. Okay, ila zil arshi. So ila is telling us that this is harfujar, right? And that's why we see z as ism majroor, right? This is ism majroor. And then z, this ya is zu, za, and z always come as mudaf, right? So z is mudaf and al arshi is mudaf ilayhi. How do I know that this z is jar?
Because of ya.
Because of ya. Okay, so it's not going to show us the ending sound, rather this waw, alif and ya is going to tell us that waw is for rafa, alif is for nasab, and ya is for jar. Okay, bi akhin lakum min abikum. So bi akhin lakum min abikum. So it's like this is Surat Yusuf. Basically, it is asking that do you have a akhin min brother lakum for you? Do you have a brother min from abikum, your father? So when Hazrat Yusuf al-Islam was asking about Binyamin, right? That now, so he's asking his step brothers that do you have another brother from your father? So bi akhin, now what do we notice here?
Jar
majroor. And see, this is akhin is non mudaf over here, right? So that's why it is showing us ending sound.
Ending sound.
Okay. So this is jar majroor, and then lakum is another jar majroor, and then min is
Min,
again
jar,
harfu jar. Abi is a majroor, and what else?
Abi is Mudaf
Mudaf.
and Kum is Mudaf
Yes,
ilayhi.
And
abi
then
is
akum
mudaf
is
and kum is mudaf ilayhi.
mudaf ilayhi.
Okay. Then we have la yusufu wa akhuhu. What is this la yusufu? Is that
Harf jar.
harfu jar?
Yes.
Fujar,
No.
yeah.
Is that harfu
No.
jar?
Yusuf is partly
Yusufu is
flexible.
Rafa. Yusufu is Rafa, so it is not a harf of jar.
Yeah, this la, because harfu
This
jar always
Taki.
take e sound, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or
It is Yusufa.
only when it is
has to be.
attached
Use with
pronoun, then it
pronouns.
can take
Yusufa.
lakum, right? Otherwise, it takes e sound.
Li Yusufa.
So if it was harfu jar, then it should be li yusufa, but this is la yusufa. So basically, this is for
Emphasis.
the term of emphasis over here.
This is
Okay, so this is not harfu jar. So la yusufa wa akhuhu. So akhuhu, what is that?
Akhu.
Harfu
Rafa.
jar.
Akhu is this voice telling that this is rafa, and what
Rafa.
else?
light.
What else?
Mudaf.
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 So
Mudaf.
this is mudaf, and who is mudaf ilayhi?
Ilahi.
Who? Yeah,
What
who
is
is
la
mudaf ilayhi?
son from sister? The
Sorry?
la is a negation. This la is negation or what?
No, this is for emphasis.
Oh, okay.
You know that with inna,
Uh-huh.
we
Indeed.
have some lam come for emphasis. So look like I don't see the whole ayah over here, right? So that's why. But I'm assuming that there must be inna or something over there, and this lam is for emphasis. Okay, then we have kana dha qurba. So what is za?
Sa nasab.
Za is
Nasab.
nasab, and za is what else?
Mudaf.
Mudaf.
Mudaf. Okay, and kurba is mudaf ilayhi, even though it's not showing us, but this is partly flexible. So this is mudaf ilayhi, because we know that zu, za, and zi, they are always going to come as a mudaf. So if they come as a mudaf, then we are going to have mudaf ilayhi after them. Okay, making sense to everyone?
Yes. Alhamdulillah.
Yes,
Okay,
alhamdulillah.
So now homework time. We have these 10 sentences. You guys need to again find out the fragment that we know, we learned so far. So you are going to label them and translate them. And the same idea is in homework number 2, 5-6 sentences, and you are going to translate them, and you need to give appropriate i'rab to them. So that is going to be, inshallah, a great practice for you guys to bring all that rules that we have learned so far. So it's going to be a good practice for you, right? So you're gonna put harika and translate all these sentences. And same is over here. Translate the following fragments, English to Arabic, and then place all harika over here. I put words over there. So you can take help from these words. And then you guys already have the key over here, but you guys need to be honest. You are going to attempt your homework first, 100% with full effort. And when you are confused, not sure, when you try your best, then you are going to refer to the key. Okay, so inshallah, with that, we are going to end our session. Barakallahu li wa lakum fil Quranil Hakim wa nafani wa iyyakum bi ayati wa dhikril hakim. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.
Jazakallah khair.
Vaya.
When is your Quran class?
I have a
Word
question.
to word.
In an hour, 11 o'clock.
Sister Rahat, I have a question, please.
हम लोग वापस जो बन के रखी थी तीन का इसमें एक है निकालना पड़ेगा इसमें एक है चौथा का चौथा
Can
हाँ तो तुम 4 का लेने वाले हैं ना दोनों वापस करते हैं
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sister Rahat, this is
Walaikum
Humaira
assalam,
तो क्या
Hashmi.
मतलब ये दोनों
Rahmatullah.
वापस कर देने के तो ज्यादा है ये
Okay, we are going to end our session here.
हाँ तो एक्सचेंज करेंगे तो अच्छा चलो ठीक है तो 3 का वापस करके छोटे 4 का पीस उठा लेना
ये कौन सा बिजनेस चल रहा है यहाँ पे?
I don't know. I have a question about the topic of Idafa, about the last, actually.
Okay, go ahead. Ask me.
There was a fragment, Kiltal Jannataini. So this word Kilta is from Kulla. Is that the root word for that?
Not cool. Kiltal Jannat. Kilta mean two. Where is it? In the homework?
Yeah, it was in the last homework, actually. So the fragment was
That
Kiltal
should be
Jan-
Kiltani, right?
Okay.
Kiltani is, but the noon is dropped over here and that makes it Kilta. Kiltal Jannataini. So basically this is Idafa fragment.
Yeah, but it's not going to be a special Mudaf.
No, it's not Kulla. No.
Okay, because Kilta is translated as each of the two gardens, like Kiltal Jannataini, each of the two gardens. So I was thinking maybe it's from the Kulla.
No,
And-
it's
Okay.
nothing to do with Kulla.
Okay, it's a different word.
Yeah, it's a different word.
Okay, Jazakumullah khairan kaseera. That's it.
Vaya.
Assalamu
Okay,
alaikum
inshallah,
warahmatullahi
we are.
wabarakatuh.
Walaikum assalam,
Sister
rahmatullah.
Rahat,
Yes.
Humaira Hashmi baat kar rahi
Yes.
hu. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. How about you?
Alhamdulillah. Will you be posting the word-to-word recordings?
Yes, inshallah. You are in the word-to-word group?
No, I am actually, I don't think so. I'm in the word-to-word because
Okay,
I
I'm
just
gonna
don't have time.
share the link with you. You can
Yes.
join, then inshallah you will get recording over there.
Jazakallah khairan fi dunya wal akhirah.
Vaya.
See you, inshallah, in the word to word.
See you, Sarish. Love you.
We love you
Bye.
more.
I can't join.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, that's